Damn. What up, everybody?
What's up, everybody, and welcome back
Welcome back. Welcome
to
back.
another episode of
Don't do that.
Don't Do That
Right here on 16 TV
and
and
16
16
TV
TV
too.
too. So,
Today we have a very fun show. Fun for us because we get to piss off a lot of maggots.
oh
I
yeah.
don't know if it's going to be fun for the maggots watching, but
Whether or not it's on my end or your end, it's all fun to me.
it's all
So,
facts. It's all facts.
all right. Well, to get it jumping, to get it started, because fuck it, why not? So you have uh where again the way some of the people are treated in Iran, we often agree, is kind of pretty fucked up. You know, at the end of the day, still not exactly our country, not our fucking problem right
Not our business.
now. Okay, thankfully, yes. Thank you for not, hanging the protesters, Iran. That are, I believe it was 8 of them on Tuesday.
Mm.
Yep, eight. It was 8 of them. They 4 of them were released. 4 of them are doing 1 month in prison, which was better than what they were gonna get.
Right.
They were going to be, because of what had happened. Uh, with what's going on, they were throwing objects like concrete blocks, as well as using explosives.
Throwing
And
concrete
they're
blocks. How are they lifting the
like,
concrete?
I mean,
Was
they
they
were
throwing them from like a building,
probably
from
like
on the top of a
internally or
building?
whatnot,
Oh.
concrete, stones, whatever, and
Mm.
as well as explosives. Exactly, right? And
They
they're
had explosives.
right.
That's harmful.
They walking away with their lives, right?
You lucky.
Unlike Miss Good as well as Mr. Peretti.
Or
Um,
Kevin Porter Jr.
thank you, thank you. 'Cause I just mm. So we all end up, over here we lose our lives for our protesting though.
Mm.
So he had
I didn't.
made a post, right? He had made a post when it came to doing the between the talks and whatnot. This is what he had posted on Truth Social. The Iranian leaders, who will soon be in negotiations with my representatives, I would greatly appreciate the release of these women. I am sure that they will respect the fact that you did so. Please do them no harm. Would be a great start to our negotiations. Thank you for the attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Now, okay, awesome. You threw that out there, like, hey, whatever. But he also ended up coming up with this updated post on True Social.
Oh, here we
He
go.
states, very good news. I have just been informed that 8 women protesters who were going to be executed tonight in Iran will no longer be killed. 4 will be released immediately, and 4 will be sentenced to 1 month in prison. I very much appreciate that Iran and its leaders respected my request as President of the United States and terminated the planned execution. Thank you for the attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump.
Just the way he worded it is some of the most. What's the word? Tony Stark.
Ugly, nasty, disrespectful,
Uh,
classless,
uh,
past all,
Tony. We love Tony, but Tony is a what's the word that I'm looking for?
misogynistic,
No.
narcissistic.
There we go. Bam! Boom, pow, boom goes the fucking dynamite. That is some of the most narcissistic shit to say, oh, yes, thank you for honoring my request as the president of the United States. As if, being the president of the United States means that if I request something,
That
I
you
want to
did it
thank you for, yeah,
yourself.
you did
But
it
I need you
because
to
I
draw
request, yeah,
attention. I'm not even worried about that.
like,
My attention is
uh,
drawn to the fact that you're willing to fight for the lives of people that are not in this country for the right to protest. Miss Good, did she have a weapon? Ooh, she may have, as she was turning because a dumb fuck was in front of the car, got nicked a
mm,
bit and bruised, while these women had explosives. But you fought for the right for their lives. But you're not going to fight for the justice of the lives that were lost here, though.
There's some
In the United
subterfuge.
States of a fucking
And there's
America.
some subterfuge going on there.
So you praise the fact that you are the reason why these women's lives are now still intact.
Which is a lie.
Bullshit.
It's not complete
Because
truth.
in all reality, they still had the power of whether or not they wanted to take him out or not. Right?
They did
Right.
not do it because of his request.
Exactly.
Because he's the
However,
president of the United
we'll
States.
see if those women do, and if they don't, if they do come out alive from prison, okay, so be it. But I would like to make sure and know within this month, are their lives or bodies still intact when they leave prison?
Yeah, because Donnie's good for promising shit and talking a good game, but we're still somewhere around 50,000 lies.
Bam,
So
bamboozle.
I mean, he's up to, I think they had an average of he's up to around 94 lies a day.
Too many to count. Honestly, I don't even keep up anymore.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Shameful. Nose is growing. Nose is growing. All right, but the Department of Justice, this one's interesting. This one's interesting. And it also is fucking stupid. All right, so you know how the CIA, you watch shows like Narco and all of these different shows, you watch these political thrillers where the CIA is being very clandestine about their inner workings, and so they have to play a shell game and not let the people that they are infiltrating know that it is actually the Central Intelligence Agency that is infiltrating them. And so what they do is they use tactics where they play the shell game with these companies that aren't really them, that are supposed to be doing the funding and this and that and the other, and this is how we catch these terrorists. Right?
So
well,
their own tactics against them.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So what happens is the real story, before I tell you the bullshit story, that Todd Blanche, who is Trump's personal lawyer and shouldn't even be America's fucking lawyer because it's a conflict of fucking interest, Donnie. Anyway, the Department of Justice said that the grand jury said that the group that bankrupted the KKK was actually funding hate and racism to keep it going. They were stoking the fire.
So they bankrupted themselves.
All right. So the Attorney General, Todd Blanche, and the Trump administration's Department of Justice say that the Southern Poverty Law Center has been funding the hate and racism that has been the reason for its very existence.
Banana cream. House of Dank. Sorry, my bad. Completely forgot we had to pause for a second. So they use their own tactics against them, right? Because they love using shell companies, like Trump and them.
What do you think Donnie's doing right now with the cryptocurrency scam that you motherfuckers are just ignoring like that shit ain't there, talking to us about corruption? Oh, Hillary Clinton was corrupt, and I'm gonna post this. Well, fuck you. What about the corruption that's going on right now? What about the little girls that are being touched right now? What about gas prices and energy prices right now? What about the conflict in Iran right now? What about taking it in the ass from Israel right now? Stop fucking sidestepping. Anyway, the Southern Poverty Law Center was responsible for bankrupting the Klan. The indictment uses the fiction that all the SPLC was doing was paying informants, and it ignores the center's larger work.
Of course it does.
Okay, of course it does. Because what happens is when racist, white supremacist motherfuckers take over the government and they have an opportunity to piss off and, take it to the libs. Let's own the libs. Let's go after civil rights all together. Let's post up the Confederate flags. Let's put up all the slave owners back up in all the places where the civil rights people had their day. Let's fuck them over. Let's bend them over with a spiked dildo and no drink, and let's just ram it in there, right? Let's just ram it on in there, right? Okay. So the DOJ, who never classified the Ku Klux Klan as a terrorist group, they never got around to doing that. But somehow, some way, they did get around to sticking it to a civil rights group. They couldn't get the terrorist group. They couldn't do that. Absolutely not. We're going to let them breathe. But as soon as someone infiltrates them and gets them to go bankrupt, oh, you wait till we're in power. You wait till we're in power. We're going to attack free speech. We're gonna attack Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert. We're gonna go after Bill Maher. We're gonna go and we're gonna do all that. We're gonna we're gonna tear down this whole wing right here of the White House. We're gonna build a ballroom. We're gonna put a bunker under it, just like Hitler. We're gonna start shit with everyone, and then when the war starts, we're gonna have someone to be. We're gonna be right here. That's what we're gonna do. All right. So, side note, as I said before, Todd Blanche is Cheeto Palpatine's personal
We have a new name for him.
Attorney. Oh, the vagina necked cockwobble. All right, but he isn't supposed to be America's attorney because it's a conflict of interest. I already said that before. And Donnie's administration continues to show excellence in racism. Just top tier excellence in racism. It's unparalleled. This is just the latest in a long list of clown shit that he's done since he's been the president of the United States. I mean, he's got an all-star cast. He's got Laura Loomer, Purge mask face. He's got Pete Hegseth, the Fox News adulterer. He's got the Millhouse lookalike with Mike Johnson. He's got he's got a nice little set of chomos because he's got Lawrence Taylor in the White House for some reason now. Oh yeah, it's just a fun, interesting group.
Fun day
Interesting group.
Yeah.
Mark Wayne Mullen, he's got the knuckle dragging plumber as his what's that? He took over for Pam the Dow Bondi. Or did he take over? He took over for Christy Gnome. Oh, Christy the puppy killer gnome.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. Okay. Oh, so we had, which is going on now, guys, as which is going to be our the Jazz and Heritage Festival. The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, right?
Yep.
Which is going on now until May 3rd. Right. Well, they just arrested former police officer for planning a mass shooting at the festival. Yep, he is a resident of Florida, former law enforcement officer who expressed interest in harming black people, was arrested Wednesday after authorities found information suggesting he planned a mass shooting at a festival in New Orleans, according to the authorities.
Why are all these cavemen letting Trump put jumper cables on their back?
Christopher Gillum, 45, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina,
Neanderthals,
was taken into custody Wednesday evening at a hotel in Destin, Florida, where a handgun and about 200 rounds of ammunition were recovered from Gillum's room in Okaloosa County. Right? Authorities obtained information Gillum planned to travel to a festival in New Orleans to conduct a mass shooting, then commit suicide by cop. That's what the sheriff's office said.
I wonder why he wanted to commit suicide by cop.
That would be interesting.
Is it our friend Kylie Brewer she's been getting stuff in her DMs where people have been admitting to her that they would like to cuck for black men and that they feel that they can't satisfy women and that they are mad at black men for their perceived large penises.
What?
Yes, they've been sending Kylie Brewer stuff like that in her DMs, admitting to her that their worst fear they want to somehow realize their worst fear, and it's like a fantasy of theirs too. It's nasty, but that motherless.com shit showed me that yeah, that they got
Oh my
some fetish
god.
shit going on where they want to see a black man with a long schlong do they woman because they can't do they woman. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's why they're so frustrated. That's why the ICE people are so mad.
Okay.
They need to release
Back
themselves.
to. Mm-mm.
Release
Okay.
yourself.
Release.
Reep, 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 reep.
So his arrest. Okay. His arrest came as Louisiana authorities sought him on a charge of making terroristic threats, and the community prepared for New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival.
It's small.
While authorities did not say which festival Gillum allegedly intended to target, Matthew Goldman, press and advertising director for Jazz Fest, said organizers were grateful to all law enforcement. Now his family had reported him missing on Tuesday. When it, that's what the sheriffs had said in his history of self harm, which had his family kind of worried. So, his family also indicated he had a Glock handgun and had expressed interest in harming black people.
Probably specifically black men. Probably.
Or one of the largest demographics of women actually targeted out there are actually black women.
Mm.
So,
Sad.
but the fact that you,
All this anti-black,
I need to
all this
it's
anti-black
not even
behavior.
just that.
It's getting
It's
getting
the
a little
fact
old, y'all.
that we have all this mass shooting happening. Like, what the fuck? All this mass shooting is insane. And I need to understand why and where the fuck it's coming from.
People have pent up aggression and pent up frustration.
You know what? Maybe it's time
They're angry because now, instead of just
because
being able to tell their wife what to do, their wife is like, no,
what bothers me,
I want to do what I want to do.
what bothers me on this is how society will sit there and say how a black community is known for shooting this up and shooting that up and shooting this up.
And Tim Tebow said that 58% of white dads are molesters. And that's coming from Tim Tebow, a white football star. It's not coming from the black guy. That's coming from your guy. He said that 58% of white dads are child molesters. We need to deal with the violence. You need
I
to deal with
wonder
the
how
touching the
many.
kids.
I would like to.
Fix
I'd
your
like
porch
to.
before you worry about the chair and the folding chair on my porch. Fix your shit. Next question.
I'm wondering. Actually, here's a question then. I wonder how many of that percent are white fathers who allow their children to go down to child molesters' homes.
Hmm. And now a lot of the
I
top
know.
people are trying to get the teenagers to
I
have sex
know.
and have kids again. Remember, we were trying to stop teen
Mhm.
pregnancy. Now they're saying, well, the
The birth
birth
rate
rates
is
are down
down.
in the 15 to 19-year-old.
No
They
shit.
supposed to be down, mother. Responsibility.
Wow. Responsibility. That's all
If
I
you remember the
got.
Transformers movie, The Teacher, responsibility. Yeah. But yeah. Now, has anyone heard that no matter how you dress, how you wear your hair, how you try to talk,
Hmm.
how well you educate yourself.
And FYI, before he goes any further, if you are of my complexion, he's not talking to you.
If it doesn't apply, let it fly.
But
But Ashley Gonzalez, I'm talking about you. The whole thing with the calling the black people chimps and the you're so eager to find a black person on your shift as a police officer because you're going to do this and that and this and that and that and this.
That fucking part.
This is my personal thought on that. My personal thought on that is you went viral for talking shit and you lost your job for talking shit. No matter how you dress, how you educate yourself, whatever. Straighten your hair, try to be, as Ricardo says, white tea passing. They don't care. You're not white. You're not part of the group. So you trying to pander, kiss ass, coon, bootlick, all of that is for nothing, honey. You're still Gonzalez when you walk in the door.
Exactly.
Period. There's no Aryan in you. They're not looking at you to procreate. None of that. You're not pure blood, sweetie. Stop playing. So she lost her job for talking shit on the side. And you're not white. You're just not. Remember, racism was created as a social construct. There is no real white or black. There's Scottish, there's German, there's Irish, there's Polish, there's Japanese, there's Chinese. But that white and black shit, that shit's made up. It's what your people were and what you are combined. You're not black. Black is a color. It's not a race. Social construct. Y'all believing in that shit. They got y'all programmed so scandalous through generations of racism. You think that kissing ass and bootlicking is going to change their opinion of you after generations and generations and generations of racism. You think that dressing like them, talking like them, and talking shit about us like them is going to make you one of them. Found out the hard way, didn't you?
Yep. And the fact that
they arriba your ass right off your fucking job, didn't they? Hello.
See you later.
Welcome back to reality.
Facts.
Stupid is as stupid does.
And the fact that it's so disturbing that you're a police officer.
Yeah. And I bet you they would, like you said, they was about to do the sweetheart deal and just move her to somewhere else where she would have still been policing black people and being on some bullshit.
The members of her own community stood up and said, absolutely not. She does not represent us.
Because she gonna go somewhere and get her ass whooped.
She needs to be removed.
Or worse.
Like they said, removed. There is none of this reinstating her at another fucking police station.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
This is what I mean by check, like how people, like I'm expected to check my own race. She checked her own people. This lady had checked Ashley and said if it wasn't for that being said, she would have never been. But her own community stood up and was like, "Hey." So members from her own community stood up and said she needs to be out.
It's probably trying to keep her safe because she would have went somewhere and she'd have stayed on that bullshit and she would have got either dropped or popped.
Yeah, I know.
Talk. Real talk. She would have got dropped or popped.
One of the two.
So they saved your life, boo-boo. They saved your life. And I think low-key that shit all stemmed from you probably had a black friend that fucked your man or something because your man wanted to had the jungle fever and wanted to try something different. You pissed off at the black girl because of what the dude did, and now you all mad at black people in general. That's how y'all do. Y'all have a bad experience with one or two of us, and then it's the whole lot of us that y'all don't like. Oh, I bet you he's like that too, which is bullshit. I don't think every one of y'all is like, yeehaw! If I did, why would I?
I do a little yeehaw.
Yeah, she do a little yeehaw, but you know what I mean. She ain't talking about some hang 'em high, hang 'em low. She ain't talking, no.
Yeehaw.
No. But that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got too, babe.
All right. It was fun hanging out with y'all. This will probably pop up on 16 TV on Suck It Saturday morning, 11 a.m. So
yeah.
Until Mad as Hell Monday.
Yeah.
See you later.
Right. See you then. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and get notified. So see you later. And peace out. We'll see you next time.